Maggie Barry.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. What progress is the government making with its multi-billion-dollar investment program in modern infrastructure?
Honourable Bill English.
Speaker, despite the domestic recession and the global financial crisis, over the last 5 years the government has set out a multi-billion-dollar investment program in infrastructure for growth. This includes roads, rail, ultra-fast broadband, rural broadband, electricity transmission and rebuilding Christchurch. The program has added almost $16 billion of infrastructure assets to the government's books over the past 3 years alone and will certainly assist a growing economy over the next 5 years.
Supplementary question, Maggie Barry.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Finance. What recent reports has the Minister received providing a comprehensive analysis of the performance and the condition of New Zealand's infrastructure networks?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, the National Infrastructure Unit today issued its first evidence-based report. Up until now, policy-making on infrastructure has lacked such evidence. Putting it together has involved the participation of government agencies, local government, the private sector, as well as users of infrastructure. It's the first comprehensive analysis of the condition of New Zealand's infrastructure networks. In particular, the evidence base concludes that good progress has been made in better planning of our national infrastructure investment. The infrastructure evidence base provides the essential information that will allow us to plan more accurately and to make sound investments in the future.
Supplementary question, Maggie Barry.
To the Minister. What does the National Infrastructure Evidence Base report say about the future challenges New Zealand faces in managing its infrastructure networks better?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, the evidence base highlights the need to better understand what drives the future demand for infrastructure and also to look more closely at the options for meeting that demand in a growing economy. Of course, some of these challenges relate to technological changes and others to demographic changes. Our traditional ways of spending more and building more infrastructure will need to change if we are going to manage demand effectively and invest carefully. With over $120 billion of taxpayer infrastructure assets, there's plenty of scope to manage existing infrastructure better, as well as to improve decisions about new infrastructure.
Supplementary question, Maggie Barry.
To the Minister. What have been some of the government's main infrastructure investments over the past few years?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the government has added around $16 billion of infrastructure assets to its balance sheet in recent years. And just some examples, around $950 million has or will be spent on the electricity grid. $690 million has been invested in rolling out ultra-fast broadband. The government is executing a $12 billion national land transport program, the largest ever in New Zealand, including very significant expenditure on public transport. And around $1 billion has been allocated for 21st century schools in Christchurch and much more.
Question number 3, Honourable Shane Jones.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Honourable Shane Jones.
Sir, I seek your forbearance.